They stay between 80 and 100% as you grow further to the right. So we say this doesn't really show any huge concerns here, right? This looks more normal to us from what we've seen, and it matches what other counties are showing. These other two counties will show as well. Here's what we're highlighting as concerning. This is election day for Philadelphia. This is the same graph, same scatter plot. The difference here is this is the remaining half of the votes. So up to 60 to 70% in some of the precincts were election day. And same way you read this is as more people turned out to vote, we see that the Republican Party began to gain in the amount of the percentage of votes they got across these precincts. And you see that as a spike growing up and to the right. On the counterpoint is the Democrats. As more people showed up to vote for election day and voted across these precincts, they begin to decrease in the amount of votes they get. This is very strange to us because we don't see it in mail-in and we don't see it in provisional voting, which we didn't reflect because it's only a few lines. But it's the same thing. You don't see a change as more votes were cast across these precincts. More people showed up to vote. So on the right is both parties separated, and you see the Republicans grow up and to the right as a spike, and then the Democrats shrink down and to the right as well. What would cause this, right?
Yeah, what would cause
what would cause this?
And couldn't it be caused by the fact that there just wasn't as much Democratic turnout on election day?
Right, that's an excellent point. So the question we have is, does turnout really correlate to party? And could this be caused by other things that aren't manipulation? The concern is, if this was manipulation, this would match what you would expect to see. If you were changing votes as the amount of votes cast grows, this is what you would expect to see for the party benefiting. This would mirror what we're seeing in Clark County, Nevada. Now, to address perhaps, and this is an excellent argument, I love when people come back to us and say, hey, here's a concern I have about this. The argument was, let's say for turnout, higher turnout in smaller precincts would cause this, right? That's what the question was. If we only have 100 people registered to vote in a precinct and 80 people show up to vote and they vote Republican, would that cause this to occur, right? Would the smaller, more rural areas do this? And so we have provided you another visualization. This has never been seen yet. We've not published this yet. We're going to continue to validate and verify this, and then we will actually put this out on in our reports, and we'll also try and build a dashboard so you guys can go and play with the data yourselves online. But this visualizes the size of the precincts. So it's the same way you read it. The x-axis here is the turnout, how many people showed up to vote. Each of these lines is binning for precincts, so they're not individual precincts. They're all of the precincts where, for example, blue here